Morning. Oh, day one, finding the swing again. Oh, absolutely loving all the golf on YouTube, on Insta. Thought I'd jump out here and do my own. So I'll tell you what, let's just take a quick scan around. We're at Windaroo Lakes Golf Club, guys. We're just out in the range. We've got the mats here. Can't use the mats. 150 meters max. Absolutely awesome down the road here. So we've got our balls here. Let's set it all up, guys. And we've got about, there's a few pins here. You can actually spot a few in here. You've basically got the short pin here on the right, it's about 45 meters. We've got the mid pin on the left, I think is about 75. Now, I've got wedge in hand. We've got a far pin. I'm pretty sure it's about sort of 150, 155 meters. Wedge is probably gonna be sort of 5 to 10 short of it. So we've got 15 balls. Let's see what kind of dispersion pattern we can get down there. Hopefully put a few good swings on. Oh. A little bit off balance first swing. Tell you what, it's not too bad. It's come out a little bit skinny. A little bit of a bitchy fade on it, but it's not too bad. Oh, absolutely gorgeous day here in Brizzy, Gold Coast. Windaroo Lakes, loving the course. Shitloads of rain lately, but the course is in sensational condition. Don't have the chance to get out for a full round today, so just thought I'd come down, put a few swings down the range. A bit pulley, that one, just jumped up on it a bit. Oh, to anyone who's watching, if you've got any questions as it goes along, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all of that. You can reach me on Insta and socials. If you want any tips with regards to the swing, how it all works, you know. First two very over the top. Not bringing it back. Get it back inside. That's a bit better. Shout out to lostballs.com.au, lostgolfballs.com.au. What a bunch of yellow Pro V1 X's. These days I can't really see too far on the golf course, need to be able to see the yellow one. That's a nice swing. That felt good. I reckon that one's probably about 6 foot right of the target. Hit that well. It's probably gone about sort of 146, 148. That one a little bit. Still, everything's going pretty straight, which is good. Swing feels alright. There's not too much pain. Had a few back issues lately, as everyone does, getting the fucking 40. Jesus Christ, isn't getting 40 a fucking mission? Fuck me. fade 10 yards right of the green if there was one up there. That was yuck. Same, get it, come from inside. All I'm basically trying to do is just bring this straight up and drop it inside. Really try and get that action of just ripping a bell down. That's what I'm trying to envision. Oh. That was actually nice. That was struck well. It was a nice little sort of 3 metre draw on that one. Again, I guess all I try to basically do is keep everything neutral, everything in alignment or perpendicular to the target, because I figure if you're just swinging straight up and down a line, any mistakes you're going to make are going to be, I guess, limited, because you're not doing sort of big outside or inside swings and things like that. So I just like to keep it pretty straightforward and simple. Yeah, and that's probably about 4 yards left of the target. I feel like though something is just gradually progressing in my swing that's bringing that draw out just as it sort of loosens up. You know, we're about 9-10 shots in now. Oh, I'm saying that the back's a little bit racked. Had that nice draw on it, but that just sort of blocked right. That ended up about 3 yards right of the target. Anyone in the chat who knows how to do them like traces and stuff, I'm sure I'll figure it out as I go. I've got video all these, but it's not too bad so far. We just didn't get that back inside. I'll tell you what, at the end of this we'll take the camera down and we'll check out the dispersion. So we're going up right now. I think the worst shot was basically about 8 meters right of the target. And anything left, probably max 4 meters left of the target, so shouldn't be too bad. Oh, again, that's a little bit pulley. Yeah, see, that's probably the furthest one left I've hit. I just feel like I'm coming over the top of it again, rather than get that. Again, what I'm trying to do is basically get this left arm to feel like it's just dropping straight down, rather than coming over. So as you get this, really bring it inside. That was meant. That's about 4 foot left of the pin. That's a nice shot. That was good. Committed to that swing. That was good. Same. That's nice. That struck well. Alright, last one, guys. And then we'll go down, we'll have a look at where they all end up. We'll fast forward this part. Alright, so as you say, a little range here, 150 metre range at Windaroo Lakes. We've got a 45 metre pin, 70 metre pin a little bit further down, I think 75. As I say, there's a few flags down the back here. Gotta watch out when I'm walking, it's fucking wet as we've had so much rain lately. But the boys have got the condition, course in absolutely awesome condition. You can see that hole in the background there, that's Snake Gully. So, look, the way they market it, basically Australia's hardest par 4. I think from the tips, which is all the way back up near that gum tree, it's about I want to say 485 or 495 from the tips, par 4. And you're basically going to take it to the corner with driver. You've probably got so about a 200, 190, 200 shot in, a double water carry. So the first one's not too bad, it's just that little creek there. But the second one's all the way to the green, 200 meters. All right, so we're just coming up to the pin up here. So this is the one we're aiming for. As I say, it's about sort of 140 where I'm going to be hitting it. So I'd assume that this pin, all right, so we've got one pill here. That's probably one of the shittier ones we hit. And then we're running up on everything here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's a couple right of the pin up here as well, 9, 10. So yeah, like I say, we're probably about 5 to 10 yards short of the pin there. But everything sort of, with regards to the target, it's not too bad.